Houston.
Get ready.
This is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE.
It is brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. And if you tuned into KRBE yesterday, you could not miss that we are broadcasting live from Texas Children's Hospital. We are in the Legacy Tower on the 3rd floor, right next to the Women's Pavilion. So a lot of people who were going there for appointments with their kids or just they work there, they came by to be like, oh my gosh, we've listened to you guys forever. It's so crazy to see you guys doing the show live right here.
Many wonderful people there yesterday.
Awesome. So we were there all day. We started our broadcast at 6, and they finished it up at 7 p.m. Kevin Quinn, Audrey Rose, Laura, Eric came back for the big check presentation. Mm-hmm. So how much money was raised in those hours that we were on KRBE Live? Drum roll, please. Thank you. And this is going to drive you crazy if you're an even numbers person. Like you like nice round numbers. Because I'm surprised Eric didn't fill in the gap.
That's what I was thinking.
It is officially $194,271.10.
Yeah! That is awesome. Thank you, each and every one of you, for what you did.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
Donate. That was incredible.
Yes, and thank you so much if you decide to become a Miracle Maker, because you'll have a little reminder every month that you're helping the kids at Texas Children's Hospital if you signed up to have it rotate every single month. $20, $10, $5, $50, whatever you signed up for. Thank you so much. That's pretty fantastic. They were ecstatic yesterday at the hospital. This is great. This is great. This is great. So could not have done it without you guys. And stay tuned for more of our shenanigans when it comes to owning up to our auction items. Benihana, family dinner, paintball, yoga, all that fun stuff y'all bid on in one. It's going to be, we're going to hear about more of that in the future.
I can't wait to hear this.
It's going to be really fun. Okay, so I don't have a good audio of this, but I'm going to mention it because this is just another one on the list we can add to celebrities who fall off stages. All of us here on the show have been on a stage many, many, many times. If not many times, enough times.
I don't think I've never fallen off one.
But you could have.
Yeah.
Because haven't you noticed that when you are on a stage, it is so brightly lit?
You can't see in front of you.
Yeah,
and you cannot see in front of you where the darkness of the audience starts unless there's like a speaker box or something there to show you, hey, this is the edge of the stage. We're not talking like a rodeo stage. 50 feet of dirt around you. You know where the end of that stage is. But like, Hobby Center. If you're at the Hobby Center, you have the orchestra right there. Uh-huh. And then you've got like the front row. It's pretty dark right there in the front row. And if the orchestra, if you were doing a performance where they didn't need the orchestra and that part was covered, I could see somebody like not seeing where the line is. And right now it's Christmas, movie season, and Chevy Chase is doing something that a lot of actors from hit Christmas movies of the past do that go unnoticed. Like Ralphie from A Christmas Story years ago came here. Peter Billingsley, his brother-in-law actually owned Alamo Drafthouse for a bit on Highway 6.
So is Chevy doing the show up?
So Ralphie came here to basically MC A Christmas Story, and that's what Chevy Chase did for National Lampoon's Christmas Story. And he fell off the stage. And it's not funny that he fell, but when he got up, because nobody noticed that he fell like not on purpose because of the darkness of the stage.
The video that we watched, the reaction is not what you would expect. I feel like you would hear like,
well, you would think.
And you
was
heard
just
like
okay,
I mean, Chevy Chase is, I think he's like pushing 80 or something.
Laughing.
I mean, anytime you see an elderly person fall like that, it could be a death sentence.
He was waving.
Or anybody.
He was waving, and then all of a sudden he was down. Cool. And so they got him back up. He popped right back up like a champ, and then he sat down, and the guy tries to start the interview, and he goes, hold on, my Apple Watch says, I noticed you taking a hard fall. Like, should we call the ambulance?
It's ironic because he began his career on Saturday Night Live,
where he'd fall a lot, and he mentioned that.
Yeah, almost 50 years ago.
All of that practice on SNL, falling all the time. It's like getting back on a bike. It's like you never forget a fake fall. But that wasn't a fake fall. That was a real fall.
The most famous fall of all time probably has to be Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah.
You remember when he was on stage? Wait, you remember this?
Trip through It's a Small World, pretending I was a UN interpreter. Oh, good Lord.
Dear Lord.
Dear Lord.
Dear Lord.
Wow. I think I'm... Wow.
I've fallen.
Did he fall like that where it was dark all of a sudden you couldn't see the line? I didn't see the actual
It's
fall.
like the stage had like the edge of the stage kind of had like it wasn't a straight line. It would go in and out and in and
that's
out.
the danger.
And he just walked right over.
Did he break anything?
I don't think so, but he's like, oh, good Lord.
I just remember the anchor lady that was like stomping in the grapes.
Oh, the grape stomping
yeah,
lady.
she was the
Grape
first
stomping,
viral
that's
video.
right?
That's
She
20
broke her
years old.
rib and it punctured her lung.
Yeah.
That's the one that I remember. That sound makes me cringe every single time.
But you know what's
that's
crazy,
exactly
Sam?
what it sounds
When in real time when we saw that, right?
Yes.
Because that was like the news yesterday that all the stations showed, like, oh, this lady was doing a bit.
No, to bring
and
it down.
She fell. And the noise, it made us laugh so hard, like the way she was, oh.
Yes.
And then, but then
Not
we didn't realize like how
understanding.
bad she was hurt. That poor lady.
Here it is.
And
Okay,
the
you
part
can bring
was,
it up.
hold on, the part that was more like an SNL skit where the two anchors back at the station, they're like,
They're like,
oh yeah. Looks like she really took a fall
Really
there.
took a fall.
We'll check in with her. Coming up next, what's the weather?
Yeah.
Just to refresh your
Awkward
memory, this
transition.
The grape stomper.
Yeah, this is actually,
Tours
18
and
years old.
tastings, vineyard tours, seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of
stomping the
fun, a whole
grapes.
day. Stop. Stop.
Oh God, that's bad.
I can't breathe.
See, now it sounds so bad.
No.
We first heard it was so shocking, like, oh my God, that's so crazy. This lady fell off the stage. That
They
sounds
go,
funny.
oh no, she's actually hurt.
Yeah, she's actually
It's
hurt.
like, thank you. Caption obvious.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Weird.
Anyway, I have fallen before, and I caught it on video, but it wasn't video of me. I was holding a video camera.
Did you fall one
at a
time?
KRBE event? Mm-hmm. And it was my last big thing before I moved to Philly. We used to do the Earth Day Festival, and we're talking like 40,000 people in Eleanor Tinsley Park. Yo, that was a ton of people. Where the fire department had to come out and hose down the audience because it was so boiling hot.
Oh,
It was like
gosh.
May 1st. So boiling hot. And so we had this chain link fence, and then we all the backstage area with all the people and all their handlers and all their security and there's a tent with all the bands in there. And one year I think it was like, we ran the gamut. It was like Smash Mouth, 98 Degrees, Dido, the guy from what's the New Radicals guy? New Radicals, right?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
You gotta give what you get, or gotta get what you give, or whatever that song was.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sugar Ray. So I'm walking and there's these giant cables for the sound, and I have my video camera in my hand because, back then we didn't have smartphones. So I was like documenting the day, and I trip over this giant power cable, and I don't just trip and try and catch myself. I went flat like a pancake to the ground. And one of our coworkers comes running over laughing so hard he can't breathe. He goes, please tell me you got that on tape. Please tell me your camera's still on tape. Please tell me your camera's still on tape. And it was like this. It was, but I guess in my fall I hit it because you could see the jumble and then it turned off.
That's the worst, though, when you
And then
fall and
there's
somebody laughs.
Yeah, well, I laugh at myself when I fall.
Yeah.
I have tripped
don't
in front of
fall
a Target
around me.
before where I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe at myself. How stupid is that I fell?
Yep.
Anyway, there was a whole chain link fence full of people that go up to the fence to get a better view of the stage. And he goes, all those people just saw you fall.
Oh, my God.
I was like, well,
Kevin, didn't you see
it
Roula fall one time?
happens.
You were like,
No,
giggling.
that was intern Super Dave. He saw me fall in the hallway.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, you're messing that up from
Oh,
one
that's
the
right.
other
Kevin
place.
saw Sam fall and laughed about it on the stairs.
Did you see Sam fall?
Oh, yeah, that was at a bar.
Yeah, we had been drinking a lot.
It was really slippery.
I think you
Was
had
it?
heels
Oh, look at
on.
that eye roll you just
I did have high heels on, and then it was slippery.
Did
and
you
I
hurt
was
yourself?
drinking. Oh, I was bruised up for days.
Like, how far did you fall down? Like, was it like a bunch of steps?
It was a whole flight.
No, stop.
my God.
I thought you heard this story. Yes.
Yeah.
No. Kev is talking to the owner of the bar. There's an upstairs, and I go downstairs with B, his partner, to go get a drink, go pee. I don't know what it was. And I just completely missed one step, and it took me out. And I had a dress on in heels, so of course my dress went up, and my heel, like, I'm shocked it didn't break. But, like, my arm from trying to,
my
like,
gosh.
barricade myself, like, grab myself. Yes.
She was coming down the stairs and trying to brace her fall, so she had chicken wings up in the air.
my God.
One side on the wall and one side on the banister, and she is going down butt first.
My butt had and it was on wood, so my butt had like this like brush burn on, and then my forearm.
Oh my
Tom
God,
Cruise.
Sam.
There was even a big old lump on my forearm for like 2 weeks.
Wow.
And all the guys are like, my goodness,
Yeah,
honey.
nobody
Was
helped.
this your first brunch?
Nobody helped me up except for B, and I was like, I'm fine. I'm fine.
That's
Is someone
when-
going to get her?
Yeah.
It adds insult to injury. It's one thing if you fall and nobody's around. I mean, my God, I've fallen down my stairs probably half a dozen times at this point, but nobody was there to taunt.
Oh, yeah.
Just a shame.
Yep, I've never gone back there since. So.
wow.
No. I'm just kidding. I don't think they would remember me.
Yeah, I
but
was gonna say,
we
with
should
the
have asked for the video of that. That would have been fun.
Oh, surveillance video. Yeah.
You know they have
They
it.
had to have something.
The cameras.
Something.
Because don't you remember they did an episode of The Office where Steve Carell's character, Michael Scott, fell in a koi pond at the mall?
I don't know the Office repeats that well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like I watched them once and I never really watched them again. Maybe I've watched them a couple of
Oh,
episodes
I've seen
a
them
couple
all a
of
million
times.
times.
But I don't know Office repeats the way I know other show repeats. Maybe if they put The Office back on Netflix or something.
Then
I
you
don't
could
know.
easily watch it again.
I feel like it came into my tiles and I had no
You got
choice
Peacock,
but to
though,
hit
don't
it.
you?
I don't. Honey, I do not click anything. If I click at all, it's going to be Prime or Netflix. I don't even go to Hulu. I'm just like, I don't know what's on
Hulu's
there.
got some good shows.
What's my Hulu password? Who the hell knows? I have to think too hard. I'm not clicking that. Lately, the most seen thing on my tiles on my smart TV is YouTube. And I've been watching Winter Ambiance. I wish I could put it on in here for you guys.
You're just watching
we
winter
just need
ambience.
to like on that. other
Yes, we
TV.
need like a screen with just Winter Ambiance. Okay, and actually, this is a great
That's
point
just
to
like
make.
the fireplace channel.
No,
Yeah.
it's not just fireplaces. And listen, I did this at my daughter's school. They have like a TV in the administrator's office. And when I went in there the other day to drop something off, I go, oh my gosh, she had like a rolling brook or something that she just had on the screen. I go, you should look up Winter Ambience. She goes, really? I go, yes, it's like a window to the world with like Strasbourg and their Christmas, how Christmas Town is set up, or even if it's a computer generated snowy scene with like a coffee shop and some Christmas jazz or something. And I'm not saying have this on all the time. I'm saying if you are like me and your TV is your roommate, you just want noise in the house, but you can't pay attention, just put it on there. If it's a smart TV, it's very easy. So much so my son is like, Mommy, this is so cozy. I wish we'd go somewhere with snow. I go, I know. This is the best we're going to get, honey.
So you want
This is
a
the best we're gonna get.
babbling brook in the background.
No, I don't want a babbling brook. I like the winter scene. I didn't know there was an autumn scene until there was an autumn scene. You can look that up too.
Here you go.
You can do fireplace. You can do rain sound. You can do just the sound of nothing. Just a
that,
fire
river?
crackling that's
Water?
at the lake, like a lakeside bonfire.
I could do that
with
one.
the leaves falling and there's a dog sleeping. There's always a dog sleeping or a cat sleeping. And here's how I know I'm a dog person now. I'll pick videos that have dog sleeping, not cat sleeping.
Yep.
Sometimes they have the cat and the dog hugging asleep. I'm like, I see how you did that, computer.
They didn't have any comfort cats yesterday.
There were
No.
no comfort cats, but there was definitely amazing dogs at
Yes,
Texas
Texas
Children's, which
Children's.
you've heard a lot. The stars of the show, Bailey, Crosby, Pluto. Who else were the new
They have
ones?
6
Cohen.
dogs, and it's amazing. They're all, I mean, just the most amazing
They're
creatures.
legit trained dogs for specific things in the hospital.
You're right, Kevin.
Cardiology
I mean,
wing.
I love all
cancer
animals,
wing.
but dogs, we don't deserve them. The fact that they can actually be there for you when you're taking your last breath. Cats,
Bailey at
Cat's not
some
going to do
point
that.
was like on a mission circling our table, and I was like, wait a second. What does Bailey know that we don't know?
Yeah.
Because at some point she was like on a mission. She kept circling our table. And Bailey is so trained. She's not like a regular dog looking for some dropped snacks that we were eating.
No, that's what I was thinking,
like,
too.
what's going on with Bailey? Why is she circling our table? Who's she walking to? And then like she'd make the circle and then she'd go back to where she was. I was like, okay.
Maybe she's just like sniffing it around.
But if Bailey comes towards you, like, I need to be right next to this person, I'd be like, oh, I think I need to make an appointment with my doctor.
Do you want to know the God's honest truth? When I got home yesterday, my dog, she's really watching over me. And it's like she has not done that since I had cancer.
Well, wait, from yesterday,
like-
though, she may have smelled Bailey on you.
That's what I'm
Because you were all
thinking.
over Bailey.
Oh, absolutely.
But she was just like watching over me like a hawk. Like, I sat down on the couch and she just came right up and wanted to snuggle. I'm like, wow, what do you want?
Well, that's just because you're
like,
you're
you
her
don't normally
person.
do that.
In a house full of many people, you can tell who the dog likes the most when
Oh,
there's
yeah.
so many to choose from and they just always Velcro to one person. Is my husband. Our dog Charlie loves my husband. Loves him.
Does he play with them? Is he?
It's
the
not
one-
that. It's some connection. Like whatever that imprint thing is from Twilight, that's what they have.
Oh my God.
They've imprinted. Because if Tasso's in the house, Charlie is right next to him.
Bella has imprinted.
Yes, she's imprinted. If Charlie is totally comfortable, snug as a bug on her dog bed or somewhere, when Tasso comes home, wherever he lands, right next to him. And the dogs are like, Donnie, I was trying to snuggle with Charlie and she won't leave you alone. And I was like, because they've imprinted. That's why.
this is my dog now.
All right, we're opening the phones for Open Phones Friday, 713-390-KRBE. That is our phone number. Give us a
Call us
call.
about anything at all.
Or questions you might have. You want to share some news with us. Whatever it is, phones are yours. Next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRVE. I love it.
Back to Roula and Ryan. It is Open Phone Fridays, 713-390-KRBE. You can talk about anything.
Eve has a question. Let's go to her first. Hi, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show, Eve. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm on my way to the. Good morning. I'm on my way to the gym, and I heard I called, so I'm parked here waiting.
Oh,
Yay,
well, thank you so
go,
much
girl.
for
Okay.
waiting on that cardio to get your question in. So then let's get you to the gym. What's your question? Let's see if we can answer it.
Okay, why do people say 110% or 200%? I even heard 1,000%. I mean,
There's
what
no
is
such
up
thing.
with that?
Yeah, there's no such thing. It's 100%.
It's just for, I think it's just for effect. You know, because
yeah.
you can only
Hyperbole.
have, you can only have 100% of something or give 100% to
Thank
something.
you.
Yeah,
But
it
to
drives me nuts,
emphasize
too.
how hard you're going to work or how hard you're working, this team gives 200%. Sure, great. That's awesome. You know,
You go
I
give
really think
100%
it's,
at the gym.
it's,
Yeah.
it's not literal, but you're going to go 110% on that elliptical today,
Yeah,
aren't
but I
you?
hear what
Eve?
she's saying, Rolla. Sometimes, I've heard people, I agree 1,000,000%.
I've
I'm
said
like,
that. I'm like, oh, a million
yeah,
percent.
but there is no 1,000,000%. There's 100%. That's where it tops out.
Right.
Thank you.
But it sounds more fun than saying, I emphatically agree with that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if you're
I
gonna do
agree
that,
1,000,000%.
Then you might as well say
1,000%.
a gazillion,
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
fictional.
So, Eve, it's just for the words to emphasize how dedicated or how hard you're working and how much you're putting in. So
I hear you, though.
yeah.
I'm on your side.
now your answer is.
Okay.
Your question's
Thank
been
you.
answered. Thanks. Have a great day. Happy Friday. Thanks for listening to our show. Have a great day.
You too.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Bye-bye. Somebody on the text screen wants to know, obviously they are divorced, and they want to know, how do you split holiday gifts
What do
for,
you mean
for
split?
your own kids? You know, like you'll buy your child a gift from you for Christmas under the tree. Like my mom and dad used to say, this is for mom or dad, and they'd give me like a parka or something.
I mean, it just depends on
And-
what your relationship is with your ex.
Well, this one sounds like it's pretty bad because the texter says he has not spent any money at all. Like, I just eat this and hope I make it to next paycheck to buy gifts for family?
Let me-
And I'm thinking, okay, well, I don't know. It sounds like is he a deadbeat? Does he give you child support at all? I mean,
Well, let me give
I would
you
want
a
to give my
little
family presents.
perspective, okay? So, my ex and I are on great terms. We're friends now. It wasn't always that way. Those first year or two after we got divorced, I still always took my daughter out to make sure she shopped for Christmas to get her mom a gift, because I think it instills a good lesson to your child. You know, hey, look, you want to be thoughtful. You want to say thank you to the people that love you. Make sure you get your mom a little something. Now,
Okay, but
did
she's
that always
saying-
That's not
happen?
about
That's
the
not-
mom
that's-
to the kid.
that-
I mean, that kid to
Now
the
you're
mom.
just bragging. This is about
No, I'm not. What I'm trying to
best
say
way.
is that
That's not. But that's
how
not
do you
answering her
split it?
question. She's
Yeah,
talking
like,
about
what
the dad
advice?
is not going to buy their children any gifts from him, and she wants to know how can she
I would
express
it up
that
to
or
him.
be like, hey, aren't you going to spend any money on your kids?
I think you're going to have to bite the bullet and buy a gift and say it's from dad. You know,
I don't know if that's-
because the child benefits from
heck
thinking.
no, I wouldn't.
that
if he
both
already
parents
isn't giving
love
any
them.
money. That's a really tough one, Ryan. I don't
Yeah.
know. This guy's not present.
So he doesn't want to be in the child's life.
I don't know
They
that.
didn't
All I
say that in
know
the
is that
text.
she just
Yeah.
says he doesn't.
Yeah, I
Gosh, I've gotten
misunderstood.
so many texts now.
Let me see.
How do you? Okay, where is it now? Oh my! He has not spent money at all. How am I supposed to ask him, or do I just eat this and hope I make it to next paycheck? Like eat this what? Like
Oh.
meaning like you're just gonna?
She's gonna
are
buy
you
something.
considering
Paying
buying
for it.
something in his
Yeah.
name, or are you just? Gonna make like you're like ignore the day, because if he's not in their lives, then is he having like a Christmas day with them? Right, because isn't that what happens in
Too
divorced
many
families?
variables, not that-
One dad, like
we know it all.
one parent's going to have like a day, and one parent's going to have a day, but you have to agree who gets the day, and then you do a separate day for the day, right?
Yeah, I wish we knew more. But I mean, I think the child always benefits from thinking that both parents equally love him.
Well, I
her.
think blanket statement to the person that texted us: you need to straight up talk to that guy,
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
to your ex, and be like,
One
rude or no, it's
gazillion
not
percent.
rude. Yeah, 100%.
Well, you know what? Someone made a point here that you can make a copy at 150%. You know, when you go to the
Oh yeah,
Xerox machine.
Make it bigger.
Oh, it's
yeah,
one
and I
and a
can
half
open my
times.
font on my computer screen to a way bigger percent than 100.
What they're saying is they're
Oh.
multiplying it like 1.5 times.
Okay, something odd
Or
is happening right now.
150%.
Let me address.
I'm getting so confused.
Yeah, I'm going to address what's happening right now.
What?
Today, before I left for this radio station, I grabbed a hint water from my fridge. I have a fridge in the garage for excess water and stuff. This hint water has been in the fridge probably 4 months, right? I don't think that's bad. It's not skunked or anything. But I have never hint water. Have you ever had hint water before?
It has a hint of something in it?
It's a hint of a flavor.
Oh.
Like an essence of a flavor. This one's watermelon. Not my favorite, but it's the one that was there. I feel like because it was laying down in the fridge.
That's tasting like plastic.
Y'all, the entire top of this bottle is all the essence of watermelon.
Oh.
Like I took I feel like I have a watermelon
It's settled.
like flavoring to my lips. Like there is so much watermelon on, I can smell it. Like my nose can smell my lips and it's like watermelon chapstick. Like that's so weird. All the essence of the watermelon has gone to the lid of this water and the actual water doesn't taste like anything. It's just the lid.
Maybe if you shake it with the lid on real hard
If
and
I
then
lick
loosen
this-
up. Oh, no.
Oh my God, licking this whole top is all watermelon taste.
How inappropriate.
I don't know. So there's something. If hint water sits in your fridge for too long, friends, all the essence is in the cap. That's what I'm finding out. And it is.
Oh my gosh.
That's ridiculous. Okay, we can just move on.
Okay.
Here we go. Time for the Roula and Ryan
Happy
show.
Friday.
Unbelievable how much watermelon is hitting me right now.
Down in H-Town.
All right, it is brought to you by Duncan. So, Louisiana-born Acme Oyster House abruptly closed its doors yesterday in the old Tower Theater in Montrose. They shut down. The restaurant announced the closure was effective immediately, citing struggles in staffing, sourcing product, and inflation.
Well, that was a tough one. My husband's bread was the bread for that place, and he got the notification.
Have you
yesterday. He was
realized,
like,
or
"Man,
have you noticed that?
I really like that place.
There have
but-
been so many restaurants that just shuttered in that location.
In that location, definitely.
That location, it was El Rey at one point.
no, El Real.
El Real, that's
El
what
Real.
it was. Yeah. It was
El Real
Acme.
was before Acme Oyster House. I don't know what it was before El
And then
Real.
it was another restaurant before that.
Because it
and
was an
another
actual
and another.
theater at some point.
Well, it was a
shut
video
down
store. It was
forever.
Hollywood Video.
It was a video
Okay,
store
yeah, it was
for
a
a
video
while.
store. I think was El Real the first restaurant in there. So there's only 2 places that have shut.
I don't know if it was the first restaurant, but
remember.
the history of that, it originally was a movie theater, and then it became like a club, and then it became a concert venue. KRBE used to actually do concerts in the Tower Theater, like back in the 90s. I kid you not. We had a big Christmas concert there one time, and then it just became a restaurant. But every business that's been in that location has abruptly closed, like without warning. So I don't know.
I don't know. It's a really tough call. That was a big
Yeah.
space. It's a lot of rent. A
I
lot
bet
of
the
rent.
overhead is horrible.
You
on
have
that.
to make sure that place is packed all the time to pay the bills.
The taxes on that place must be incredibly high.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think the people who have been owning the restaurants own that actual land. I think they're renting it.
Yeah.
The landlord has to deal with that because he's got that naughty store
Which-
around the corner.
Which, I mean,
Which is
if
passed
he
on to
doesn't-
your rent.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't have any renters there, then
Right.
the landlord's not getting any of that paid.
So I don't know. I mean, you got to actually make money, right, for it to you can pay your bills, pay the rent. So unfortunately, Acme Oyster House did not succeed in Houston. I really did like it, but that's the craziness of the restaurant business.
That's a
friends.
bummer. Tomorrow, Metro is offering free rides to Houston area polling locations for the 2023 runoff election. Voters only need to inform their bus operator or fare inspectors that they're going or returning to the polls. So you can get a free ride to the polls and go out and vote. It's the runoff between Whitmire and Sheila Jackson Lee.
Yes, tomorrow. There's like 8 or 10 different things you're going to vote for. It's really fast. I went and did early voting a couple days ago. 8 or 10 different things you're going to vote for. Very, very fast. And real quick, yesterday all day we were at Texas Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
How much money did we raise? Houston, Texas, you brought it for the hospital and all the kids and all their families. The grand total was $194,271.10.
Wow.
That's what you raised, Houston. Thank you so much for every single penny of that. It's going to go to great things, great programs, and everything that we learned about Texas Children's Hospital. Coming up next, Special K got a prank call.
Yeah, what's this all about?
Imagine buying a beautiful swath of land with a pond, and trees,
Swath. Is that
and
for
then
fabrics?
you find out my daddy's buried on your land.
Oh, no.
You can't be building on there.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, Eloise Pennybaker's back. What's going to happen? We're going to hear it next on The Roula and Ryan Show.